Good day everybody. I am Jasmine Dua. I will be going to discuss about investigating process, special courts and penalties in crimes of public officials in the Philippines. The investigating process for crimes committed by public officials in the Philippines is a critical first step in ensuring accountability and justice. It typically begins with the filing of a complaint, often initiated by citizens or other officials. Agencies like the Office of the Ombudsman or the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, conduct thorough investigations, gathering evidence through interviews, document reviews, and surveillance. This process aims to establish probable cause for prosecution. Once sufficient evidence is collected, cases are filed in special courts, such as the Sandiganbayan, where public officials face trial for their alleged misconduct. What is Ombudsman? In the Philippines, it is an independent government official who investigates complaints against public officials and agencies. Their role is to ensure accountability, promote good governance, and protect citizens' rights. The purpose of investigation crimes in the Philippines is to establish facts, identify offenders, and gather evidence essential for prosecution. Investigations aim to ensure justice for victims by holding perpetrators accountable and deterring future crimes. They enhance public safety and reinforce the rule of law by conducting thorough and impartial inquiries. Furthermore, investigations support the legal process, providing the necessary information to uphold the rights of all parties involved. Ultimately, effective investigations are crucial for maintaining trust in the criminal justice system and promoting a safer society. The investigative process for crimes committed by public officials follows a structured approach. Number 1 is complaint filing. The process begins when a complaint is filed, which can be initiated by citizens, whistleblowers, or other government officials. Number 2 is preliminary inquiry. The Office of the Ombudsman or the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, conducts a preliminary inquiry to assess the validity of the complaint. Number 3, evidence gathering. Investigators gather evidence through interviews, document reviews, and surveillance. This includes collecting testimonies from witnesses and obtaining records related to the alleged crime. And lastly is establishment of probable cause. If sufficient evidence is found, the agency establishes probable cause, leading to formal charges against the public official. The relevant agencies and personnel involved in the investigation are, Number 1, Philippine National Police or PNP. The PNP is responsible for investigating crimes, including those involving public officials. Number 2 is Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management or DIDM. The DIDM is a unit within the PNP that specializes in criminal investigations. Number 3 is Special Investigation Task Groups or SITs. SITs are formed to handle complex or high-profile cases, including those involving public officials. Number 4 is Office of the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman investigates cases of corruption and other malfeasance involving public officials. Number 5 is Public Prosecutors. It reviews the evidence gathered by the police and decide whether to file charges in court. And lastly is Courts. Courts are responsible for conducting trials and issuing judgments in criminal cases. In the Philippines, special courts are established to address crimes committed by public officials, primarily through the Sandiganbayan. Created under Presidential Decree No. 1486. This court specializes in cases involving graft, corruption, and other offenses related to public service. The Sandiganbayan aims to ensure swift justice and accountability, highlighting the significance of integrity within public service. Composed of a presiding justice and associate justices, it adjudicates cases with a focus on transparency and the rule of law, reinforcing public trust in government institutions. Special courts in the Philippines serve a vital purpose in the criminal justice system by addressing specific types of cases with expertise and efficiency. These courts, such as family courts and anti-drug courts, are designed to handle sensitive matters that require specialized knowledge. Their goals include expediting the resolution of cases, ensuring fair trials, and providing appropriate rehabilitation options for offenders. By focusing on particular issues, special courts enhance the overall effectiveness of the judiciary, promote justice, and contribute to community safety. Ultimately, they play a crucial role in upholding the rule of law and protecting the rights of individuals. Here are some most notable special courts in the Philippines include: Number 1, Sandiganbayan. This is a special court that handles cases involving government officials and employees accused of graft, corruption, and other offenses related to public office. The Sandiganbayan has exclusive jurisdiction over these cases, and it was established to ensure that public servants are held accountable for their actions. Court of Tax Appeals, CTA. The CTA is a special court that handles tax-related cases, such as disputes between taxpayers and the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR. It has jurisdiction over tax assessments, refunds, and other matters concerning taxation. Family courts. These courts deal with cases related to family law, such as child custody, domestic violence, annulment, and adoption. Family courts were created to address the increasing complexity and sensitivity of family-related disputes. Sharia courts. These are special courts that deal with cases involving Muslim personal laws, such as matters related to marriage, divorce, inheritance, and property disputes. The Sharia courts apply Islamic law in handling these cases, and their jurisdiction is limited to Muslim Filipinos. By focusing on specific areas of law, special courts ensure fair and timely justice for individuals involved in complex or sensitive cases, promoting accountability, legal clarity, and protection of rights within distinct legal contexts. After the investigative process, cases are brought before special courts, specifically the Sandiganbayan. The following structured approach is: Number 1. Jurisdiction. It is a power of a court to adjudicate cases and issue orders. The Sandiganbayan has exclusive jurisdiction over cases involving public officials accused of graft, corruption, and related offenses. Number 2 is filing of cases. It starts the legal process in a court. Formal charges are filed in the Sandiganbayan, where the case is assigned to a division for trial. Number 3 is trial process, where we find out if the accused is guilty or innocent of a crime. It involves presenting evidence from both the prosecution and defense. The court evaluates the evidence, hears witness testimonies, and considers legal arguments. And number 4 is judgment. It refers to the final decision or ruling made by a special court in a legal case. After the trial, the Sandiganbayan issues a judgment based on the evidence presented. In the Philippines, penalties for crimes committed by public officials are designed to uphold accountability and deter corruption. Under the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, offenses such as graft and malversation can lead to imprisonment. Additional penalties include disqualification from holding public office and forfeiture of ill-gotten wealth. Administrative sanctions may also apply, resulting in suspension or dismissal. The severity of penalties often depends on the crime's nature and the amount involved, emphasizing the legal system's commitment to maintaining integrity and trust in public service. The structured approach of penalties. If a public official is found guilty, various penalties may be imposed. Number 1 is imprisonment, a form of punishment used by the legal system to restrict an individual's liberty for a certain period, usually as a consequence of committing a crime. Also, depending on the crime, imprisonment that can range from 6 years to 15 years or more. There are types of imprisonment. Number 1 is specific term, a sentence for a fixed period of time. Number 2 is life imprisonment, a sentence that means the person will be imprisoned for the rest of their life. Number 3 is reclusion perpetua. In the Philippines, this is a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The purpose of imprisonment serves various purposes including punishment, retribution for the harm caused by the crime, deterrence, discouraging others from committing similar crimes, rehabilitation, providing opportunities for offenders to reform and reintegrate into society, and incapacitation, preventing the offender from committing further crimes while imprisoned. Number 2 is disqualification from public office. refers to a legal penalty that prevents an individual from holding or running for public office due to specific grounds established by law. The duration in disqualification can be temporary or permanent, depending on the nature of the offense and the specific laws governing the public office. There are types of offenses. Individuals may be disqualified for offenses such as criminal convictions, particularly those involving moral turpitude and corruption, engaging in corrupt practices or graft. In conclusion, disqualification from public office serves to uphold the integrity of public service and ensure that only qualified individuals can serve in governmental roles. Number 3 is forfeiture of ill-gotten wealth. In the Philippines, forfeiture of ill-gotten wealth, as defined by Republic Act No. 1379, is a penalty where assets acquired unlawfully by public officials or employees are declared forfeited in favor of the state. Any assets deemed to be acquired unlawfully may be confiscated. Ill-gotten wealth refers to assets, property, or possessions acquired through dishonest, unfair, or illegal means, often involving corruption, fraud, or other unlawful activities. The term ill-gotten means obtained dishonestly or illegally. And number 4 is administrative sanctions. These are imposed to protect the public and ensure that individuals and organizations comply with regulations and laws. These sanctions aim to maintain order, enforce compliance, and deter future violations within the specific sector or area regulated by agency. Example: fines, financial penalties for non-compliance, warnings, formal notifications of violations, often with a directive to take corrective action in addition to criminal penalties. Administrative actions such as suspension or dismissal from service may be enforced. Examples of administrative sanctions in different sectors are: number 1, traffic enforcement. Administrative sanctions are used for minor traffic violations, such as exceeding the speed limit by a certain amount or running a red light. Number 2 is environmental protection. Administrative agencies may impose fines or other sanctions for environmental violations, such as pollution or improper waste disposal. Number 3, financial regulation. The Anti-Money Laundering Council, AMLC, can impose administrative sanctions for violations of anti-money laundering laws. Number 4 is procurement. Administrative sanctions can be imposed on bidders or prospective bidders for violations of procurement rules and regulations. And now I am going to share to you the summary order of my topic for more clarification. The first step is the investigative process. This involves gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and compiling information related to the alleged crime. Investigations typically conducted by agencies such as the Office of the Ombudsman or the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI. Once sufficient evidence is gathered, cases are brought before special courts, specifically the Sandiganbayan. This court has exclusive jurisdiction over cases involving public officials accused of graft, corruption, and related offenses. Here, the case is formally tried, and both the prosecution and defense present their arguments. After the trial process, if the public official is found guilty, the court imposes penalties. These can include imprisonment, fines, disqualification from public office, civil liabilities, and forfeiture of ill-gotten wealth, depending on the nature and severity of the crime. So, in conclusion, this framework for tackling offenses perpetrated by public officials in the Philippines is thorough, encompassing an elaborate investigative procedure, specialized judicial management through the Sandiganbayan, and strict penalties. This system is essential for promoting accountability and integrity within public service, ensuring that those in power are held responsible for their actions. Once again, I am Jasmine Dua, and I am addressing the subject matter related to PA 230 special problems in public personnel. Thank you.